the School of Bookkeeping. In the early 1990s, I worked for about 3 years as an academy instructor, teaching bookkeeping to commercial high school students. During this time, I encountered someone who significantly impacted my values and perspectives. Until then, I had considered myself somewhat superior to my peers and rarely paid attention to others' opinions, partly due to my youthful arrogance and immaturity. However, at the academy, I became close to an instructor who was a decade my senior. I had never before experienced the profound influence a person could have on others, so the impact this individual had on me was enormous. His presence struck me as a significant revelation, second only to my encounter with Jesus Christ. I began to study this person, which essentially meant listening attentively and reflecting on their words, as he was quite talkative. The 2 years spent with him brought about substantial changes in my life, marking a period of significant personal growth. I began my career as a tutor at an academy, primarily motivated by the desire to earn money. My dedication to education was not driven by passion or sincerity. It was merely a means to secure an income. During this period, I encountered someone who advised me not to chase after money, but rather to create a situation where money would follow me. This advice initially puzzled me, as I struggled to grasp its meaning. The lesson he intended to teach me was to not let my work serve merely as a means, but to elevate it to my purpose. It was only a few months later that I fully understood what he meant. For this individual, tutoring was not just a job to earn money. The various tasks he performed at the academy were not means to an end, but ends in themselves. While I saw teaching and earning money as the essence of my work, for him, imparting knowledge was merely a tool. During his lectures, he conducted character education for the students. That was the purpose of his teaching career. Conducting character education in schools is challenging, let alone an academy focused solely on teaching a single subject. However, that was his goal, and it led to tremendous results. At the time, there were 5 similar academies in the area, and 3 schools. Among these schools, there were about 300 commercial students in total. Remarkably, around 280 of them attended his lectures at our academy. In the end, his life exemplified his belief that one's work should not merely be a means to an end, but the purpose itself. The following year, I concluded my tenure at the academy and began my theological studies to become a pastor. Whenever I realize that many of the tasks performed by the faithful have become means rather than ends, I'm thankful for how valuable those experiences were. I cannot help but give thanks to God for allowing me to have such experiences. When our acts of worship, prayer, fasting, or any religious practice become mere means, rather than ends in themselves, they fail to produce beautiful fruits. If prayer deviates from its purpose of conversing with God and becomes a tool for self-satisfaction or self-promotion, it has descended into mere means. Similarly, if our offerings stray from being expressions of gratitude towards God and are used instead to showcase our blessedness, they too have become mere instruments. All our actions must be ends in themselves, not means. Such purpose-driven acts enrich our faith life and will grow into fruits worthy of praise before God. I hope these fruits of life abundantly fill both you and me.
구독, 좋아요, 알림 설정 해주세요. Subscribe, like, set notifications.